yeah.
Hello?
What's going on?
Hello, Twitch crowd. Just want to say on the record, I've done all the shrines and Tears of the Kingdom. That's it. That's all I want to say.
Failed to determine content classification.
Classification is your mother.
Also, Starburst has done all the shrines, but I've beaten the game. So,
Yeah, I haven't even done the first temple yet, which is the Rito.
they're still not numbered. It's still not the first temple.
The temple that they tell you to do first. I still haven't done it. I can't wait to get the ability and then be like, oh, that would have been useful. I don't know.
It would have been.
I don't know where I'm doing and what I'm doing. Where I'm going and what I'm doing. Can we do anything with the detention center? Can we?
Can we?
We can try.
Audio's working, by the way. Also, hello, Abe.
Hello. Welcome, welcome. The trick up his sleeve. We've already done this. I'm not reading it again.
Yeah, while you're doing that, I'm typing up the stream ping. Apollo the 20-something witch.
Take that!
I'm going to defeat you with the power of friendship in this gun I found.
Quick draw. Blah blah. Of course. Wow. Fascinating. So tell me. Precisely whom do you claim I shot? Oh, we know who he shot this. Trucy's locket? Because it has the picture of...
Save state?
Save state? Save state? It has the picture of the Lhasa, so...
The Lhasa Grammary.
Take that!
Trucy's mom has got it going on. Zach Grammari's wife. And your mistress. And Trucy's mother. Thalassa, I believe, was her name. All three of you were fucking.
Alaka!
Were you fucking Zach too, or was it just like a one-way street both ways?
I will not say. But how can you say this? How can you say she was...
Okay, so you and Zach were totally fucking.
How can you say she was struck by one of our bullets?
Still in denial mode, eh? Thalassa was at the greatest risk of being shot. And this clearly shows just how much danger she was in. This evidence I don't have yet.
Yay!
Everyone's favorite. Abe says, he shot a locket!
Boom, boom,
Capital
boom.
D, capital D, colon.
Well, what else do we have?
Time to end this Google search. I don't think we can do anything in Drew's studio yet.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
don't we...
Or maybe show her the locket?
Oh.
If she's such a Grammary stan, maybe she'll recognize Thalassa.
Nope.
What do you think about this?
We gone
I
through
think
this.
that just made her nervous. I need something to grab her attention. But what? Maybe this gun I found.
See, this has...
Wait, actually, maybe the gun Phoenix found because it's from the Grammarys. Tell me what you know, little girl.
How you feel on nail polish?
Then give me all your money.
She's not into this nail polish yet.
What do you think about Professor Layton?
Maybe they have transferal of rights. Not into this yet. Okay, not this. Maybe we weren't done with, Kristoff.
We weren't done with the present.
The present.
Oh, the Borscht Bowl Club doesn't have a checkmark on it.
No, it doesn't, because... I didn't, I couldn't do the... Oh, can I? Can I do it now? Oh, no. Yeah, can I? Can I? Oh no, I did try doing this, but it didn't work, right? Well, I didn't know what to do. Because it's more Tracy's power. We've done this. We figured out it was Apollo.
I think I know why you don't want to talk about her. The locket?
Was it the locket? I think it was the locket. I'm going to say I don't remember what the...
It was either the locket or the gun.
Red locket? Okay, it was the
Mr.
gun.
Zack?
Okay, yeah. She was fucking both of them. Good, good, good. Great. Love to hear it. We've done this. We did this last stream. And we figured out it was a Polly. Yeah, we don't have any evidence that Apollo knew her, right? Okay, I don't...
Apollo.
Yeah, I know it's Apollo, but we don't have the evidence to prove it was Apollo. That was the problem.
Are you sure?
Yes. Nail polish doesn't prove it. Transfer of rights doesn't prove it. Trucy's locket doesn't prove it. The Amazing Mr.
Your
Hat
mom
doesn't prove it. Magnetie's Diary doesn't prove it. Stage Pistol doesn't prove it. Magnetie's Letter 2. Magnetie's Letter 1. Small Syringe. Magnetie's Chart. IV Report. Notebook page.
Oh, it says here in this 4 report, Apollo Justice is the Lost Grammary's firstborn child.
Maybe we weren't done with Clavier.
Clavier?
Clavier. Kristoff, not Clavier.
Clavier's bastard older brother.
I did examine everything in this room, didn't I? I think I did. Nope, we did that yesterday.
Some chair. Just looking at it makes me want to take a seat.
I know we did yesterday. We did the roses. I
Feel
looked
free
at
to
that.
sit down, Feel free to sit down, Daddy Phoenix. It's an electric chair.
What can I present to him that he'll be interested in?
The nail polish?
That's true.
What do you think about this, Gavin? I hardly need to remind you. I'm a piece of shit. I haven't sucked a dick in months. Do
you know anything about the transfer of rights? He doesn't know anything about nothing.
I don't know nothing about nobody.
Yeah, we can't do anything with this. Oh, I did not want to go through this.
Tell me why
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Tell me why
I seem to be in a bit of trouble. Something like that. Hard dead. Someone hit him hard.
Someone hit him hard.
Me, please. The cop should be...
Please.
Is this Apollo remembering?
Here at the minute.
We know Apollo canonically remembers everything with Mario voices. Miss... I was going to do Mickey Mouse. Okay, never mind.
He's so horny.
I must be able to break one of these psyche locks.
Nope.
Not here. I mean, because we're stuck with psyche locks now.
You can't break them at all.
No, I did mean for him. I meant for, you know, all the places we can go right now. We're stuck with psyche locks, so we must be able to break one of them.
Nope. You can't break any more psych locks ever. If you do, it will kill you.
Interesting, interesting. I'm just gonna make sure I did examine everything in here.
Keftel says Kristoff's nickname should be Chrissy Tightlips from now on. He says nothing about no one. I'm pretty sure that's a Simpsons reference.
Can I examine here? Maybe I'll get something from examining. Oh! I think so.
Maybe I'll just sidle on over here for a closer look. Oh, hey, look at that cute little picture frame.
I wonder what could be in it.
This is you and Vera?
Yes. Yes, we took that one quite recently. I don't remember what voice I did for him. I keep forgetting what voice I did for him. Anyway.
Just follow your heart.
I know, I'm a painter. Why not paint a portrait instead? I've never been that good at people, unfortunately.
Ah, right. Shouldn't you practice?
Red
No,
envelope.
if I'm not immediately good at something, I should just give up and never do it again. What's this red envelope?
Ah, don't touch that! That, sir, it's quite important.
It is a howler from Harry Potter, you see. Peter's face just changed hues. So better behave. Though it's tempting to just grab it and run.
I think Phoenix should.
That's a pretty bottle.
Ah, don't touch that, please. I'll get in trouble. It belongs to Vera, you see.
You'll get in trouble with your 12-year-old daughter?
She always puts it somewhere she can see it. She looks at it often.
There's a light pink fluid inside. Wonder if it's cherry flavored. Nail polish, I'm guessing.
Coca-Cola?
It's an awfully small frame. What's that inside it? A stamp?
Ah, please don't touch that. I'll get in trouble. You're gonna get in trouble a lot, my sir. That stamp belongs to Vera, you see. She always puts it somewhere she can see it. Wow.
Trucy's mom has got it going on. That's Zach and Valent, the Grammarys, isn't it?
The post office issued that I said the other. Commemorative, there you go. My brain. Stamp last year. When the Grammarys were at the height of their popularity.
Right, before they were washed up has-beens like they are now.
Phoenix?
Although I guess has-been isn't really. I guess they're not really has-beens. It's just that, like, you know, one of them died, the other one got raptured, and the third one is in jail.
Come on. Phoenix?
Yes. Hello.
It's your line.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'll read it again. Yeah. Unlike now, when they're washed up has-beens.
Okay, that's what you actually meant. Okay. I thought that was just a comment.
Yeah, it's an ad-lib. Okay, Phoenix is going through it for me. Just like I just did.
Phoenix is... You and Phoenix are the same me. I am Apollo, you are Phoenix. It just is. It just is what it is.
You continue to be Apollo, I continue to be Phoenix.
Like, it's very, very clear.
This is why I'm the voice of him now. You're never allowed to voice him again.
Vera went to see one of their shows when she was quite small. She's been a dedicated fan ever since. She watched them every time they came on TV, until the end.
I see.
That stamp's quite hard to come by, I hear. I still wonder how she got her hands on it. Commemorative stamp added to the court record.
Stamp added to the court record.
Wow,
Let
now
me just slip this in my pocket. Yoink.
Well, let's look at what else is around here anyway.
There's some finished paintings stacked here. They don't look all that bad, really.
I'll sell you one for 50 cents.
That's okay. They look kind of heavy.
Oh.
Maybe he needs to work on his sales technique a bit. Also, lower his price 50 whole cents? Does he think I'm made of money?
I don't even get paid for being in court.
You use these gizmos for painting? They're pretty elaborate.
Ah, those. Those aren't for painting, they're for analyzing. Paint composition, age, every conceivable angle.
Tools of the forgery trade, I guess.
Forgery? Is this gonna be the same thing?
Kethel says I'd totally purchase that volcano painting, though, even for like $10 dues.
Doodly-doos. My trinkets!
Paints and pigments are lined up on the shelves, with some noticeable gaps. So, Kethel, that's how many... You'd pay 10 kangaroos for it, but how many Freedom Eagles would you pay for it?
Asking the tough questions, Mikey.
Yeah, Kethel has said how much they'd pay for it in Australian. Now how much in USD?
It's embarrassing, but I can't afford all the paints I want. I insist on buying the ones I use with my own money. Moolah.
Monet? No, that's the name of a painter, not a paint. I can see how you'd want to do that, sure.
Perhaps you've heard that you can make any color, as long as you have the 3 primary colors. Well, it's a lie.
Poor fucker.
Poor fucker.
What's this painting here?
Ah, that's one of mine. It's an illustration for a book. It's not on sale yet, of course, but I thought it might be a good business. As a father, I like to be able to put food on my daughter's table. Even though she's putting food on mine.
Not a feeling I know anything about. At least not yet. Paints are scattered all around. Probably the ones he's currently using. There's something very artistic about a messy room. Not that this is anything compared to my office. I guess that would make my office a masterpiece. No wonder every prosecutor desires me carnally.
Going home by any chance?
No, I was just inspecting the door.
Oh.
Good thing I'm far too stubborn to take hints like that.
Okay, I think I've examined everything important.
Hello, little girl. Would you like to see your own commemorative stamp?
Yeah.
Let me show you your own property. That'll make her talk to me. And then there's this.
My stamp!
Hey, she spoke. She can talk. Yeah, so this stamp. How can I keep her talking?
Great magician. Can I have it? Love the frame. Great magicians, aren't they? I'm thinking it's great magicians.
Great witches, aren't they?
Great witches, aren't they?
Isn't Troop Grammary amazing? I love all their witchcraft.
Ah.
Yes?
Oh.
I especially like those two, Zach and Valent. I mean, they're just so witchy.
Aren't they? Aren't they?
Yeah, whenever I go to one of their shows, I'm like, whoa, witchcraft, you know?
Me too! Me too! I love them! They're so cool! It's like witchcraft, yeah!
Alright, she's talking. Not saying much, but it's a start.
I went and saw them with Father the other day. The opening ceremony at the Grammary Museum of Witchcraft.
Grammary Museum? They have one of those? I guess it makes sense now that they have their own commemorative stamp. So, have you been to one of their shows?
Just once, when I was little, with Father. The Grammary's on stage. It was like a dream. Disappearing, reappearing, cutting apart, putting back together. They do it all.
Yeah. Maybe you can keep telling me stuff like this? You know, about Zach and Valent, maybe?
Oh, sure.
Kethel says, good on you to not mention that you're one of the Grammaries' new dad, Nick. Well, I mean, like, Trucy wasn't famous, so, like, I don't think he'd get anywhere bringing Zach's daughter, who totally exists, up with Vera. All right, better get asking before she changes her mind.
Vera! I don't go outside much. I like to paint in here.
Why don't you like the outside?
There's bad people out there.
And bees. Well, true, but there's lots of good people too, and there aren't bees everywhere.
Actually, I should tell you. She was almost kidnapped once.
Kidnapped?
Since then, she's been, well, you can see for yourself. She refuses to leave the house. Why was she almost kidnapped?
I see. Wait, but that doesn't make any sense. Who would want this piece of shit? She said she went to the Grammary Museum.
I don't know why that was so funny. I expected you to say something like that, but it's so funny.
That's how you know I'm funny. you see it coming and you still laugh. With you, in fact.
Yes, actually, she was quite insistent on it, much to my surprise. That was the first and last time she expressed such a desire to me. That person gave me a good luck charm.
A good luck charm?
For when I absolutely had to go outside. Yeah, apparently she received something. A gift. From that client, actually. She won't tell me who it was.
What it was.
What it was. Sorry.
It was a gun. It was a gun.
I'm pretty sure we know what it was.
Yeah, a gun.
Father, I told you keep that a secret!
Oh, Drew's in trouble. From that client, huh? This I have to hear about. Also, sorry about you getting grounded, Drew.
The client.
So, you met the person that asked you to do this job? And you talked with them? With your mouth? And words? What's this about a good luck charm you received?
I can't talk about it.
Eh?
If I do, it won't work anymore. That's what I was told.
Yeah, but I really, really have to know. Pinky promise.
Psyche lock!
Right, time to do some psych unlocking.
I'll go through the other things first. The forgeries.
So, your father tells me you're good at painting all sorts of things.
I really like painting, a lot. Father is always very happy when I paint them exactly the same.
So, you did this too?
Oh, yeah! That was my first job.
Your first?
All I used to do was paint the same thing I saw. But this was totally different. The pen slips and the way the writer held the pen and the pressure on the nib. I had to use a microscope and analyze it on the computer.
Wow, you know what a computer is? She seems happy. Odd. Her work was the last nail in the Grammary coffin. I guess no one told her.
Grammary. They're the best in the world!
Huh? Oh, you mean Troop Grammary? Oh, of course, naturally.
Troop Grammary. Father gave it to me.
Your father? You have a father? But I asked him about it. He didn't know you got it.
Oh!
He didn't know how you got it.
Oh, I guess I just took it. Yeah.
Oh, shoplifting. Respect. Took it?
Father got a letter from that person.
That person? You mean the letter was from the commissioner?
Oh, we talked about the Grammarys forever that day. I'm sure that's why I was sent the stamp. I didn't want to just send it back, so I took it.
They're a sneaky one, this commissioner. So they were trying to get on her good side.
Commemorative stamp update in the court record. Okay, let's see.
Alright, little girl, time for your heart to stop.
The client.
You seem to trust this client quite a lot, in fact. Because they gave you this stamp?
No, that's not why. They listened to me. It's my problem.
The problem that keeps her inside all the time? Her lack of a gun?
Don't go outside if you don't want to. That's what they told me. But when I absolutely have to go out, all I had to do was use a good luck charm.
Good luck charm. Your client gave you? I think I know what your client might have given you, actually. This gun I found.
This gun I found.
Is this gun your good luck charm?
Take that!
This was what they gave you, wasn't it? This
Ah!
nail polish bottle-shaped gun. Same guns over there on your desk. Your good luck charm, right?
I heard once cosmetics were once thought to ward off evil. This is a magic bottle. It has the power.
Ah, of course it does. The power of bullets. And they ward off evil by killing it.
Naturally.
I'll just refrain from commenting any more on that one. I think I know who gave you that bottle, actually.
I think I know
The one
too.
who asked you to do this job.
Was this the client?
Was this the client?
Trucy!
Trucy Enigma. No, it was actually Mike Meekins.
No. Can you imagine?
Wow, Christoph is only 25. What the fuck?
He's a fucker.
This man is a friend of mine. Totally not a fuck buddy. What?
Side chick from Edgeworth.
Do you know him? Do you know Edgeworth? His name is Christoph Gavin. He's a lawyer still, actually. He hasn't gotten it.
I promise
He
not to
hasn't gotten
tell.
disbarred yet.
Unlock successful. Woo! Okay. The client. I'm sorry, I can't talk about the client. I promised. And if I break my promise, the spell won't work.
I don't need a name anymore. I've got my answer. So Vera's bottle is gonna stop working. Sorry, Vera. You're pretty confident in this charm, then.
I think it might be the devil.
Huh?
Or maybe an angel.
What the fuck do you mean?
I saw it, or I think I saw it, when they gave me this. I saw the devil's face.
I can be your angle or your devil.
No.
Are you saying the client's face looked like the devil's?
No, the client was gentle, with a gentle smile.
I won't hurt you, little girl. So, where do you see this devil, then?
It was so quick, I don't remember well. But that's when I knew the person wasn't like other people. That's why I believe in my good luck charm.
Not sure what this devil she saw was. But it's pretty clear that Christoph Gavin has her charmed. Well, I think that's all. I'll be getting the fuck out of your way now.
I'm sorry for what happened.
No, you're not. If you want to apologize, try my client, Zach Gramery. He got raptured, so, you know, get a really tall ladder.
Did I do something bad?
Yes. I mean, what makes you think that?
Your eyes. They're sad. Very sad.
I'll put on my smile. I'll remember to put my smile on before I come next time. I promise. Hope to see you smile then too, Vera.
Oh, okay.
Take care. Aw, she's so sweet. Thinking back on my first encounter with the young Anya Forger, I witnessed something of vital importance that day.
I don't think she's a mind reader, though.
Of course, by the time I realized it, it was already too late.
Checkmark?
Kethel said, might have also helped if he had said, something bad did happen to me recently, but that's not your fault. Kethel, you definitely don't remember being an anxious little kid. when you're like a kid, everything bad you know about happening feels like your fault. What do you think about Trucy's hot mom, Gavin? I hardly need remind you I am a gay man.
Okay. He doesn't care about the stamp. Why? I don't understand. Whatever. I still can't do anything over here. Despite.
Can you examine the stamp in 3D?
No.
Ethel says hence why it is important to emphasize when it isn't. But no, like when you're an anxious little kid, you feel like every bad thing you know about is your fault. And when people say, "Oh, it's not your fault," that makes it feel even more like it is.
Yeah.
Like there's just no winning there, so you just don't bring up the bad stuff to kids like that. Ariadone. I've heard of that brand. And this must be the brand symbol. It's supposed to be some kind of flower. Wait, no, maybe it's a hand. Wait, on second thought, is that an eagle?
Looks like a wave
Or is
to me.
it two bears high-fiving? Who makes these things up anyway? You'd think they'd try for a clearer symbol at least.
I realize I have not checked any of this yet.
Zach's signature. I'm sure he's written it many times, being a former star and all. I bet there's plenty of people out there who'd kill for a Zach Grammary autograph.
No! There you go.
So this is Trucy's hot mom, Thalassa. She's pretty. I can picture her on stage with Zach, and in bed with me. Still, she looks like a down-to-earth type too. Guess Trucy takes after her.
I like how we just have a picture. Love to see it. Okay.
Welcome to the family, sir.
What do we have to do for here again? What if I show you something I have here? How do you feel with this?
How do you feel about nail polish? Mr. Valen, can you look at this for me, please? Challenge? Huh?
Huh? Oh my gosh. We've done this before. I didn't come here to play games, Mr.
I didn't come here to play games, Mr. Valent, or watch you do spells.
You remember this?
Mr. Valent, could you look at this nail polish for me? Could you maybe drink it?
How do you feel knowing about the transferable rights? No thoughts? I suppose it's because we get it in the... Anyway.
In the future!
That's right, I don't remember. What was the last thing? I still don't think we have it, though.
How dare you point a gun at me! Save state and show the stamp.
That's what I was thinking.
Troop Grammary's performances were very, very popular. That's a really misleading prompt, by the way. This shows just how much danger she was in, and the solution is a picture of the three of them standing together.
Because she was popular.
Because she was getting dicked down by two different witches. So popular, they even made a commemorative stamp at the height of your fame.
We were not
Before you were
merely
washed up
We were not merely the latest craze. We were an age, a golden age.
It's all here on this stamp. There's Thalassa, yes?
Ugh!
Trucy's mother is missing, I hear. What happened to her? Did she take one dick too many?
I don't know!
Part of his memory is still locked up.
There is one thing you're failing to address.
What's that? Your mom?
As you say, our troop was a world unto itself. If our leader,
trout was a world unto itself.
if our leader Magnifique was so inclined, he could hide anything he wished with these. But Mr. Wright, then he would have hid a crime, making him an accomplice. Not a great foundation for blackmail.
Don't you mean yellow mail?
Yellow mail.
Well, it's got a point. If one of the troop members died in an accident, and Magnifique covered it up, his innocence would come into question.
Found the right address, Mr. Wright?
I'm so close, there has to be something. Well, about how Thalassa's death could affect Zack and Balance's relationship with Magnifique.
I see it in your eyes, you still have something to say. How can you possibly
From the
prove
letters?
more than you already have?
I'll prove why Thalassa's accident tied your hands so completely, with evidence.
What? We don't have evidence, though, for this.
Are you sure about that?
Was it this?
No. It was a question from the trial that was never answered.
Which one? What question? There were a lot of questions not answered at the trial.
Magnifique's letter number 2. Read it?
Did I go past it? Probably.
Yes. To my beloved student Valent, to you I entrust the task of lowering my life's curtain. Come on the 13th, 11:20 p.m. I will ready a gun with which you will shoot one shot, square in the forehead. You cannot refuse, and we both know the reason why. Magnifique Gremory.
Okay, gotcha. Does the other letter say that as well? Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. That's why I have to read all of the evidence before I start playing.
No better proof than the evidence. The accidental death of Zack's wife tied both your hands. And this evidence proves why Magnifique held so much power over you.
Ha 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 ha! You're wrong.
Fuck you, game.
Were you by any chance trying to threaten me?
No, of course not.
You'll never make a good blackmail artist, never.
Not a career choice I've been considering, actually.
Give up your dreams, work an honest job, that's my advice.
I'd better stop dreaming and get to work here fast.
I don't think I made a save state. Well, I made a save state a little... When was my last save state?
Too far back. Let's just let this run. Magnifique used Thalassa's death as a means to control his disciples. How was that possible if he could be implicated in the cover-up? Do I really have the evidence to prove this?
Is it a person? I don't know who it would be, though. Oh. I meant to save it. I guess we're doing this again.
Well, at least you got that health back.
I meant to make a save state.
So popular, they even made a commemorative stamp at the height of your fame. We were not merely the latest craze, we were an age, a golden age. It's all here on this stamp. There's Thalassa, yes? Trucy's mother is missing. What happened to her? I don't know! Part of his memory is still locked up. There's one thing you're failing to address. What's that? As you If our leader Magnifi was so inclined, he could hide anything he wished. Then he would have hit a crime.
A person? Who? I don't know.
It's going to take a little knowledge of the players to crack this one. The accidental death of Zack's wife tied both your hands. And this information proves why Magnifi held so much power over you. Oh.
What are you owing about?
Just go through the profiles. See if you see it. Incarcerated at the Central Penitentiary for the murder of Shoddy Smith. Trucy's father, defendant in a trial, vanished, raptured just before the verdict was announced. Zack Gramarye's daughter already possesses the part of a magician to see the part of an. Already dresses the part of a witch to the hilt. Zack's young partner and understudy, the two of them on stage was a sight to see. Painter known for his illustrations, poisoned at Drew's studio by Phoenix Wright. Wait, what? Founder of Troop Gramarye and a great witch. Mentor to Zack and Valant. Me, my vacant bailiff
No.
responsible for security at the trial where Zack Gramarye got raptured, sir. Trucy's mother and the daughter of Magnifi Gramarye.
Oh.
Whereabouts currently unknown.
Oh, okay. I didn't remember we had learned this. Anyway, it's in the profiles.
It wasn't a question of who shot Thalassa. Thalassa herself was the problem.
What do you mean?
She was Zack Gramarye's wife, Trucy's hot mom, and Magnifi Gramarye's hot daughter.
Ah!
There was a terrible accident, and the two of you killed your mentor's only daughter. If that wasn't the key to Magnifi's power over you, I don't know what was.
It was an accident! Oh no, I love his shocked sprite. The bunnies are so cute. Anyway,
Green mail.
there is no proof, none at all.
But Thalassa went missing. And your mentor greenmailed both of his disciples with it. It doesn't take a genius to put one and one together.
Ours was a complex family.
You mean Trout Gramarye?
Trout. The Master Magnifi Gramarye, his only daughter, and
His only hot daughter.
and his two disciples. Okay.
His two okay-looking disciples. That does sound like a recipe for disaster, doesn't it?
Do not be tempted to faulty flights of fancy. Yes, there was an accident. But that is all it was, an accident. Zack and Valance toward the force. The guns ablaze, the bullets fly straight towards the beautiful body on stage. And then
It is
crash,
a beautiful body.
zing, pow, into everything but her. Now then, Now that is witchcraft. It happened one day when we were practicing. Same trick with a new twist. And tragedy. But
Ow, my eyes!
as for whose bullet stole Thalassa's life, we shall never know the answer. Thalassa disappeared from our lives, and Zack was bereft of his wife.
Yeah,
I know
correct.
I know what it means. I just have not seen the word before. Meaning, like, I know what it means in the context. Trucy lost her mother.
Trucy lost her hot mother.
And Magnifi,
And Magnifi,
his
hot daughter.
I mean, she is a MILF.
And that led to yellow mail, I take it.
It is all part and parcel of the darkness that comes from when the curtain falls.
Oh, darkness comes, all right. Why did Magnifi Grammary try to cover up the accident? It was his own hot daughter who died.
All I can say is, it was a critical time for Troop Grammary. A passing of the torch from Magnifi to Zack and Valent. We all sacrificed so that it might be a success. Thalassa's death was the greatest sacrifice of all, yet. Even with her
Now
life...
you're all washed up has-beens.
Even when her life was extinguished, her presence was not.
What do you mean?
In time, we, myself and Zack, found we could no longer oppose Magnifi's wishes. Magnifi forced him to perform his art for his benefit.
I see. I guess I can understand. Magnifi would be like, Hey, Valent, can you go put on the kettle for me? And Valent would be like, oh, but I just sat down and got comfortable. And Magnifi was like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the sound of my dead daughter.
This is canon. This is what happens. This is what happens.
He did lose his only hot daughter.
But do you not find cowardness in his action?
Huh?
To decide to hide the truth of your own daughter's death is one thing, but then to hang that death as a guillotine above our heads!
Gee, it's almost like you committed a murder or something. Things were dark behind the scenes in Trout Grammary, that's for sure. Does Trucy know?
She was not told, naturally. Who would want to know that their father might have taken their mother's life?
True.
I had not thought of that accident for a very long time.
I'm sorry to dredge up old memories, but this has helped a lot.
Not to find Magnifi's slayer, I should think.
True.
Ah. After that accident, there was one who came sniffing quite persistently.
A reporter?
He called himself a newsman at the time. Often I spied him lurking about the dressing room doing his research.
Would you happen to remember his name? Would it happen to be Spark Brushel?
What was his name? Sorry, I have forgotten. But in the course of his interviewing, he became quite close to my partner Zack. I liked him not.
Arnolly? Oh,
Maybe.
I see. So you hated that reporter for stealing your boyfriend.
Exactly. His name, I do not recall, but his scent, the cloying aroma of mint. Yes, whenever he smiled, which was far too often.
Because for some reason he steamed around a toothbrush. I see. Thanks for your help.
Because Capcom was just like, yeah, that's a good idea. It does no good to interfere with the past, Mr. Wright. You will not uncover answers, only wounds.
I'm sorry. I have begun to notice a dark curtain hanging over Trout Grammary.
Trout.
I began to realize what I had to do.
Trout.
I had to protect Trucy from that darkness. the reporter he mentioned. The newsman. I never learned who that was at the time, which is a sentence that makes sense. Well, I've got a pretty good idea who it is now, but apparently not a pretty good idea of what the word never means.
Never, ever, ever.
Getting back together.
Wee.
That smile and the sickly sweet smell of mint. And the Swifties. Spark Brushel is now canonically a Swiftie.
No.
The last floss thin thread connecting Zach Gramarye to this world after he got raptured. Sooner or later, I'd have to track him down.
Now we are done the past. To the future! Back to the future. Oh, another
We can finally escape the past. And the shitty games that suck ass.
Present day, Drew Studio. No!
Eh? Well, what do we have here? Remember me? Of course I remember you. Journalist meets ex-attorney in bar. End quote. Can I ask what you're doing here? Mr. Mission was poisoned, and his daughter's... Oh, yes, I know. Oh, how I know. Yes, I was there when it happened. I saw her hit the floor. It's caused me no end of grief, to be honest. Journalist wishes he'd tracked down case just a little quicker. Now she's lying on the... End quote. Now she's lying on the cold, hard ground.
End quote.
Were you on the trail of this case the whole time? Zach Gramarye was a good friend. I knew that he was trouble when he walked in, so shame on me. Zach said something to that effect back at the Borscht Bowl Club. What a character! What a man! If a little... no, a lot. Oh, extremely rough around the edges and in bed. You think I could ask you a few questions? Oh, you serious? I mean, I'm usually the interviewer, not interviewee. Journalists ask questions, not other way around. End quote. Fine, shoot, I don't care. And I'm now completely abandoning the Swiftie gag because those are the only two like Taylor Swift. The only other Taylor Swift song I'm even vaguely aware of is "Bad Blood," and I'm not sure how to work those lyrics into one of these quotes.
Fair.
People have been asking me all sorts of things lately.
Hang on, I'm just gonna grab some water.
Yeah, I think I made a Bad Blood reference in like the last case of Justice for All. So they had bad blood, but I heard they used to have bad love.
Oh,
no, that wasn't the last case of Justice for All. It was like the first case of Trials and Tribulations.
Yeah, sounds about right. Hang on, I'm just gonna grab water.
Stay hydrated, bitch.
hope you kept the crowd entertained.
I did not.
Okay. Cool, cool. I'm here now anyway.
Are you?
Family of forgers.
It was tragic what happened to Drew Misham and his daughter. Forgery is a serious crime, and they paid the prices. You know what really did them in, though, don't you? Yes, a forged diary page. The night I interviewed him, I found out something about Mr. Misham I hadn't known.
Oh?
What's that? Huge cock.
Big dick
he always
energy.
felt like he was being watched. Every day for 70 years. Walls have ears, potatoes have eyes. End quote. Being watched? You mean he felt guilty? No, I'm not talking about feelings here. You know, I felt watched too. The whole time I've been on this case, no less. Journalist gets tingling sensation on back of neck, freaks out, end quote. Because you felt guilty? Why would I feel guilty?
Sus.
Felt like you were being watched, huh? Wonder what it all means. Kethel says for someone whose entire gimmick is a toothbrush, his teeth look really odd. Drew Misham felt like he was being watched. And you along with him. You sure it wasn't just nerves? Nerves? No, it's nothing so mundane. I stopped paying attention to my nerves a long time ago. But I felt it too. Journalist sure he's being watched, end quote. Don't you wonder why Zach Ramery got rubbed out after 7 years? Right after coming into contact with me? He completely vanishes from that courtroom. Then, for 7 years, he talks to no one, not a soul. Then, just as the remaining time was almost up, he contacts me in order to have this made. And then, he dies. Starting to put the pieces together, are we? And you were being watched this whole time? Maybe not just me. Maybe you were too. Me?
I mean...
The
the paintings?
I met Zach through that case, actually. You mean the shooting of Magnifique Ramery? No, before that. It's not widely known. You mean the accident during the quick shot shoot 'em practice? My, you're well informed. You should have seen me back then. I dug up quite the scoop. I wanted it all. Money, fame, women, a little puppy, all for Brushel. I was younger then, and my days and nights smelled of fresher mint than they do now, and also my nipples were firmer.
My nipples were firmer?
End quote.
Jolly from upstairs. Go, what? Jolly, come down here so the mic can hear you.
I said my nipples felt firmer. End
Jolly,
quote.
Jolly can't hear you. Jolly's not coming down. Anyway. You can read the quote.
Jolly does not love Mikey anymore. End quote. Alex Ramery did mention one particularly nosy reporter. In fact, I was on close speaking terms with Magnifique Ramery at the time. I knew his daughter, too. I knew his hot daughter, of course. Thalasso, was it? Really? Then Thalasso disappeared. Quite suddenly at that. And Magnifi wouldn't say a word about it. Yeah, my evil habit got the better of me. Journalist catches scent of a scoop, goes on feeding frenzy, end quote. I set up a one-on-one interview with the Loss's husband, see? Zach Grammar. Something strange was in the air over at Trout Grammary in those days. The whole screwy mentor-controlling disciple scene had started by then, I'm guessing. The Lossa, she was part of it all, right? Come on, you can tell me, off the record.
Off the record, huh?
Dead Rising 2, off the record. Sorry, I don't know. Anyway, I kept prying and eventually became friends with Zach. Sure, he punched me once or twice, or 5 times, a night. But over time, he came to see me as his confidant and fuck toy.
Balanced Grammary.
He's been waiting this whole time. 7 years, eh? Waiting. He's been waiting for a girl like you to come into his life. Yeah, waiting for someone new to make him feel alive. For his big comeback, of course. A big revival of the Magnifi miracle. Of course, it was all a dream, Snake Eater. Because of this. The performance rights. In the absence of any official documents, he was golden. Who's to say the old man didn't give his rights to both Zack and Valiant? So Valiant waited until Zack died, legally at least. The time finally comes, and Valiant's like a kid on Christmas morning. He's getting ready for his show at the Sunshine Coliseum, you know. If that document sees the legal light of day, it's gonna put a bit of a damper on the big show. He's a sorry one, that Valiant Grammary. Lost out to his partner at work, and in love too. Love?
Accidentally in love.
It's the same old story, really. Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
2 disciples and their mentor's only hot daughter. What has 3 sides and all of them pointy? A love triangle.
that's a funny quote. I'm putting that one thing.
Unless they were a throuple, secretly. Love triangles are out. Thruples are in. That is pretty cliched. When you're in a performing trout, that's your world.
Trout.
It's like family.
Trout.
Yeah, Trout Grammary. One with an entire high school's worth of drama, intrigue, and backstabbing. Kids get stabbed in the back a lot in high school these days. And in the middle of all this, the Lossa has Trucy, and she has no idea which one the father is. And then she dies. I need to find out more about the Lossa.
Can I present the locket?
Present the stamp? Present the locket or the stamp?
I'm gonna do the locket first. Nope. Oh,
Miss
yes.
Marshall? Do you know this person? Do I know that person? Of course, Zowie Mama! I was friends with Zach after all. He hit me a few times. 5 times a night, actually. But still, I'd never forget his hot wife. The Lossa Grammary. Magnifi Grammary's only daughter. Do you think you could tell me more about her? Well, why the heck not? Zach's not here to punch me for it anymore. So, Thalassa married Zack and had Trucy, see? But the twist is, Trucy's father was actually Valant. It was her second marriage, actually. You mean she was divorced? I hadn't heard this one before. Not quite. Her late husband was a performer, too. He died in an accident, on stage, in a completely different country. It doesn't exist yet. Tragic, really. They had only been married 1 year. I didn't know. Ah, but she was a beauty. I still carry a portrait photo of her around, you know? Oh, hey, it's a photo
the
from the locket.
bracelets! Perfect! Now we can finish the other one.
I've known Trucy since she was a zygote, too.
A zygote? You know, he would say that. He would say zygote rather than little thing or kid. He would fucking say zygote.
She got the better deal, really. She's got you for family, after all. You're a way better dad than Zack. What do you mean? I mean, Zack beats everyone, especially his loved ones. He punched me 5 times a night, remember? And I was his fuck buddy.
That was his fuck buddy.
Just reminiscing, you know. You probably don't beat Trucy half as hard as Zack would have. Thalassa has another child besides Trucy. End quote.
Was this one we were supposed to find out? Because we already knew this one.
What? But Trucy said she was an only child.
So she's been working with her big brother this whole time? That's kind of funny that they end up finding each other again. Anyway.
Apollo has literally been getting paid to babysit his little sister, who he didn't know he had.
Yeah. Well, no, he's not getting paid.
Okay. He's been interning as his own little sister's babysitter.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah, yes. This one she had with her previous husband.
Okay. Good to know.
Her previous husband? The one she was only married to for a year? What can I say? She's fucking hot. They were fucking every day. Her first husband who died on stage? Yep, they had themselves a kid. Another orphan now. Kethel says it might be some kind of fate.
Haha, Paul's an orphan.
Kethel says it might be some kind of fate destiny thing. Or it might be some kind of Daddy Phoenix is pulling strings and not telling people shit thing.
More than likely.
That's another one who slipped through the cracks. No idea where they are now. Also had another child? Do you think I could borrow that photo? Sure. I can be generous on occasion, you know.
Wait, so does this take... This interview takes place after Vera's accused of murder. But then Phoenix can go back and present this to Zack in the past.
He's
with the first
take
case.
You back to the past.
This ain't not making
play
no
the
sense.
shitty games that suck ass.
This ain't making no sense, bro.
Yep. Thalassa's portrait added to the court record. Phoenix will have to jerk off to this later.
Yeah, it's...
I won't need this precious keepsake of my daughter's that belonged to her birth mother anymore. Better throw it in the trash before she has time to miss it.
Oh my god.
People and events all get tangled together and get bigger and bigger. Bigger and biggerer. Don't you think? I was too busy wondering about biggerer to listen to what you were saying. Sometimes you just gotta accept that you won't be able to untangle it all, I think. Continuity errors? What continuity errors? It's totally fine that I give Phoenix this photo after Vera got poisoned, and Phoenix can go back in time and show it to Zack. Maybe so. Still,
Is Phoenix a witch too?
I have to do what I can. He's a hacker, man. He's hacking the game. That's what the Mason system is.
Gotcha.
And I have to tell what I find to those who come next. Next, you say? I'm not the one who will close the curtain on this little play. Apparently, that's not my role anymore.
That's the role of Apollo Justice!
At least for the rest of this game. Magnifee. I was just wondering what Magnifee would think of all this. What do you mean? Haven't you seen it in Trucy? She's got his power. You mean how I can't lie to Trucy? It was the same way with Magnifee.
Ah.
And with his hot daughter, Thalassa.
And with Apollo Justice.
It's a strange thing. You think it's some Grammary gene? Magnifee told me once, back when Zack married Thalassa. He said Zack had good eyes.
I see you.
But not good like a Grammary's eyes. Not that good. I wonder if Zack ever played a big game of poker with his wife. Well, obviously not, because he said he's only ever lost to Magnifee. Who knows what the Grammary secret was? Maybe nobody, now that Zack's gone. Zack Grammary. If only there were some way I could travel back in time and talk to him. The plot had finally begun to unravel itself. It sprouted from a warp in the Grammary fabric and grew, swallowing everything, like Planet G, wrapping itself around the Grammary's power. A power which passed from Magnifee Grammary to his hot daughter Thalassa, to my cute daughter Trucy.
And Apollo.
And I would once again need to meet the one who bridged it all together with his cock.
I mean, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. Okay. Borscht Bull Club.
Bull Club, comrade.
Bitch, we're gonna get you!
Demon King, Secret Stone! The Grammary Secret.
I'm not reading through this again. What was this?
I think you know. I think I know why you don't want to talk about her. The gun, I think.
Yes.
The three of you were a team once.
And then we present Apollo, and then we present the picture. Which has a bracelet.
Picture containing the bracelets.
Which Apollo wears.
I don't remember where on Trucy Sprite her bracelet is.
Take that!
This boy.
This boy, yeah? Okay.
Take that!
Actually, I know some things. I have an approximate knowledge of many things. Frank, the human boy. Your marriage to Thalassa was her second.
How do you know this?
Her first husband. He died a year after they were wed, yes?
He was a performer. They met when he joined the Grammaries as a guest in our show. After Thalassa wed him, she left the troupe for a while. And you say she had a child then?
I have a photograph of her here that I got from your fuck buddy in the future. I couldn't help notice what she was wearing when I first saw this. I wanted to peel off that sundress, and then I noticed her bracelets. Those bracelets stand out.
They are Grammary's family heirloom.
This boy wears a bracelet just like the ones in the picture.
What? So, that's why!
Why what, Mr. Zack?
I took this photograph of Thalassa before she left us. When she returned, she wore only one bracelet.
I bet I know where that other one went.
She
Onto
gave it
Apollo's
to this
cock.
boy, her son. Apollo Justice. Mediocre attorney. the Grammary
You're
secret.
so mean to Apollo.
The strange power. Yeah, you're mean to me too, so therefore it's adding up.
Again, I am Phoenix, you are Apollo.
Yeah, the strange power. I myself do not know from where it comes. Yet the fact
Like how I don't pay you and Phoenix doesn't pay Apollo. It all adds up. It's all connected.
it's all connected. Yet the fact is that it is passed down the Grammary line. It runs in their veins.
What is it? What even is it?
I asked her, the last once. This is what she told me. Her power responds to tension in others.
Tension?
If
Tension impact?
she were to face a person and they became tense, even slightly, then she would know, no matter how hard they tried to hide from her.
So she could see it?
Not quite. This is the strangest part of it all. She wouldn't realize she was subconsciously detecting this tension without the use of a particular object, or in her case, objects.
Objects? Wait, were they something she wore, like perhaps bracelets on her wrist?
Yes, her bracelets.
Or Wonder Woman bracelets that
They
deflect
amplify
bullets?
her power, you know, like sacred stones. You have one too, don't you, Mr. Wright?
I admit the first time I saw one of those, I felt there was more to it than just fashion. There had to be, because it was so ugly. But what kind of power could a bracelet have?
I have made the decision. I will tell you all I know. Consider it a gift. Eyesight. Have you heard of a kinetic vision?
Something about the ability to see moving objects with full clarity, right? I've heard of it before. They say athletes can see a moving ball like it was stopped if they focus.
Oh, but it's not confined to sports alone. It all relies on the ability to focus. When we focus, we can see many things. The fainted twitch of the face and the meaning that lies behind it. Therein lies...
Okay, this is something that actually kind of comes up in Kamen Rider Blade at one point, because like one of the rider who's been a rider the longest is training the new kid, and he takes him to the batting cages and he's like, watch the ball as it comes at you, and he's like you have to be able to read the number on the baseball before you catch it. And like,
oh my god.
Yeah, and like the senior guy can do it, but the new kid like can't. And I don't think he ends up getting beamed in the face, but that kid deserved it because he was fucking annoying. But whatever.
That's besides the point. Therein lies one of the secrets of magic. One must know the mind of a crowd before one may distract it.
So basically, what you're saying is, I should take Apollo to the batting cages and let him get beamed in the face?
For Drum seeing is more than believing, it is knowing. Yes, you should do that. He deserves a good bend in the face once in a while. The power relies on eyesight combined with exceptional focus.
No, I'm not gonna hit him with the bat. I'm gonna have him stand in front of the ball.
Oh, even better.
I'm gonna tell
He
him,
will
okay,
be the
now
bat
read the
instead.
number on the ball.
He will be the bat instead, Mr.
Yeah.
Wright.
Yeah, I'm going to take him by the ankles and I'm going to swing him at the ball.
Oh my god. Why am I feeling Phoenix has joked about this before and Apollo was just like, no? You don't pay me enough for this. And Phoenix was like, I don't pay you at all. Apollo's like,
He's
exactly.
all right, fine. You want it? All right, fine. You want compensation? I'll take you out for ice cream after, if you can do it. Things are starting to come into focus for me too.
Of course, it's difficult to maintain such levels of focus for any length of time. But what if someone could tell you when to focus?
Or something.
Precisely.
Oh, so the bracelets can talk. But wait, Trucy doesn't have any bracelets.
You're talking about Prokhorov, yes? The timing of when we focus is so elementary, she probably does it without thinking. I doubt Trucy herself had realized this. Trucy Apollo.
You're not going to ask about the bracelets?
Oh, I will. I'm just doing it in an odd order.
It is an odd order. Well, I hardly need you to tell me at this point, but those two...
Our brother and sister, we. And the brother
I should
too.
probably tell... And the brother too has this power. I should probably tell them about that at some point.
Yeah! And then he doesn't.
So Trucy has an older brother. I wonder what will come of that.
And I wonder
Probably
why
nothing.
I did not tell them this throughout the entire game. Despite knowing it at this point.
Or in the next game.
Wait, do they still not find out?
Yeah, I'm going to spoil it for you right now. He doesn't actually... He doesn't tell them in this game, and I've beaten the next game. He doesn't tell them in that one either.
Bro! Phoenix! Just tell them! Phoenix, why? Why is it so hard for him to tell them?
To be fair, like that a lot behind the scenes at Capcom changed between this game and the next one. Like they basically abandoned this idea of Apollo being the protagonist of the next generation of Ace Attorney, like because like Phoenix gets his badge back, and there's also Athena, and like a lot of the stuff they set up for a lot of the stuff that they set up in this game kind of just stops mattering.
That sucks, though. Because I do enjoy Apollo.
Like my take. Yeah, I mostly enjoyed this game, but like the next game kind of undoes everything it did, almost everything it did to set up a new generation. So like it might as well have not happened.
Unfortunate.
So Lucy has an older brother. That probably won't matter. I'm not going to bother telling them.
Mr. Wright, tonight after our game is done, I will return to a life of hiding. I will not see her live her life without knowing.
I understand. I'll totally tell the two of them when the time is right.
Never. I am in their
maybe
debt.
when the time is right will be at some point during Spirit of Justice. I don't know. I haven't started that one yet.
It better be. I mean, it's called Spirit of Justice, and Justice, Apollo Justice. Therefore, yes.
Yeah, but Trucy right.
I'm in your drift once again.
No kidding.
What I want to know is how. Oh.
What I want to know, Mr. Line Stealer, is how all this got to be so messed up.
Those bracelets were made of a special alloy. It is said to expand and shrink.
Aloy?
Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn. Very slightly.
And Horizon Forbidden West.
Which I still haven't finished. I mean, what? In response to her body warmth.
So they're temperature sensitive or something? Like mood rings?
Yes. This is how they shrink to the exact size of the wearer's wrist.
And this has something to do with the Chikara?
What have I told you? The gravity power
Nothing.
reacts to tension in others. When the gravity senses tension, they too become tense. And the tension translates into minute contractions of the muscles. So
Minute.
Oh. Minute. Minute. Your mother. My mother.
So hour, they cannot sense it on their own. Their muscles? Oh, so that's what the bracelets are for.
With a bracelet on, one can see these contractions, because the bracelet is always a perfect fit.
So when the person they're watching gets tense, their wrist gets tight.
Yeah. Precisely.
But that alone doesn't really count as mind reading.
I believe I understand how the process works from there. It's a simple question of eyesight, which we've already gone over.
Eyesight? I guess that sounds simple enough.
That is all I know of Thing Gremory.
Thank you, Mr. Line Stealer.
If this void bracelet is the real thing, then he will use it before long, thereby awakening his power.
I'll keep that in mind. Well, shall we play a game?
Ah, I've said so much. Let me say one more thing. I will tell you of that night.
That night.
The night my mentor, Magnifique Gremory, passed from this world to the next. There were 2 pistols and 2 letters sent. This was Magnifique's test.
A test?
In his last year, Magnifique Gremory worked us to the bone. No, to the pain. To the bread? But that night, I could not shoot him, so I shot the clown's forehead instead. This, it seemed, was the correct answer.
Take this. I give my art to you, Zack.
What?
It is thanks for playing along with my show. You shot well tonight, Zack. Though I would not have minded dying by your hand.
How could I fruit you? You're my mentor.
And father-in-law.
And father-in-law.
I thought you might say that.
If I went
I
home
went
without
without
shooting
shooting
anything, sorry, what would you have done then?
And of course, I would have given Valent his chance.
And then I shot you in the forehead instead.
Then it would be over.
Because I'd be fucking dead.
If you or Valent were to shoot me in the head, then I to the darkness would go, and my art with me. Fitting
okay.
end, don't you think?
Oh boy. Ah.
Yet this ending, too, gives me no cause for regret. I thank you, Zack. And I am sorry. I have done much that was wrong in my day. It seems to me that Magnifique wanted you to be his successor all along. That's why the time he gave you was earlier than Valent's.
Perhaps, but it is not something he will ever. It was not something we will ever know for sure. I wonder.
I mean, do you need more? Do you need more confirmation than the fact that he gave you the turn first?
True. I wonder what is Valent up to these days.
And also, he might have been influenced by the fact that you married his daughter and gave him a grandchild. Waiting for you to die. If 7 years pass like this, the performance rights go to him and Link walks out of the Temple of Time.
Ah. And now here I am, and his dream is ended.
It's worse than that, actually. Public opinion's a fickle thing,
What? You don't mean to tell me they put the blame for our mentor's death on him?
The trial ended when you got raptured, Mr. Zack. There were even rumors that Valent helped you pull it off.
But that's madness!
What? Kessel says, wow, if only there were some way to talk to the dead in this series. Oh, wait. Nah, the Fae family doesn't exist.
Not in this game, anyway.
No such thing.
Well, it seems that before I can once again disappear from this world, I have one more act to perform. Isn't it odd that throwing out my life should prove so complicated, even though I'm dead?
Why'd you have to go and make me
Things
so
so
constipated?
Constipated?
You should go listen to the Weird Al version of that song.
Okay.
That night, Zack Gremory was killed. Not by me, though. Coincidental. He died as Shoddy Smith, a mysterious traveler with a secret past. Good for him. But he left one thing behind before he parted. A fart. This. To whom it may concern. 7 years past, I, Zack Gremory, murdered my mentor Magnifique Gremory. I apologize for the trouble. caused by my sudden departure from court, and hereby confess to my crime, Zach Grammer. Of course, he'd killed no one. This was his way of tying up loose ends with his old partner, Valiant Grammer. Zach's confession added to the court record. So we're gonna take this back to 7 years in the past and give it to Valiant.
No, we're done.
Oh, or
we're doing a Sunshine Coliseum because I think Phoenix said that he was at the Sunshine Coliseum.
no, we're gonna go back to the past.
Present day Sunshine Coliseum. Do you want me still?
Well, this is a blast from the distant past. Long time no see, Mr. Valiant. You can be him now.
7 years has it been? Frankly, I didn't think I'd ever see you again.
Actually, I came because there's something I want to ask you.
I've spoken to the press. I've nothing more to say.
I've spoken to a lot of people myself, and come to some conclusions. But then I realized, fuck you. I needed to hear it from you.
Can I just present it to him right away?
Show him the picture of Thalassa. See what he says. Did you take a look at this, Mr. Valiant?
Your forgiveness, I beg. Valent's eyes for naught but the preparations for his show. The Coliseum, the hot air balloon, the sign, oh, and the balloon seller.
Ah, right, sorry. What does the balloon guy have to do with your show?
Do you feel anything about this yet? No. Not yet.
Could you take a look at this, Mr. Valiant? Do you not care at all that your ex-partner and brother is like taking the blame for you?
Magnifique Gremerie.
Because you totally shot Magnifique?
I have walked a difficult road these past 7 years.
I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's home to me, and I walk alone. Because you couldn't perform Magnifique's repertoire, so you got into Green Day instead.
Do not be deceived. Valent's skill is the real deal. I do not require my mentor's hand-me-downs. No, it was my partner who slowed me on my way.
Zach Grammery.
His rather well-performed disappearing act 7 years ago was the end. Or so I thought.
Zach Grammery murdered our mentor and fled to escape his punishment for his crimes. Sorry for the yawn, I've just heard this so many times. You said something to that effect 7 years ago yourself, didn't you?
I remember as if it were only yesterday. Yet that was not the way of it in the end. For while he vanished, the suspicions upon my own person never did. His partner Zach vanished to protect him. That's what those thieving magpies of a press said.
So you said you would kiss the young Valiant. Would you also give 40-something Valiant here a kiss?
No.
Okay. I had no idea you were so fickle.
Yet the very same person comes to me now, feigning
Pressed.
Press! Come to me now, feigning interest. They cover the greatest witchcraft show in history as if it were a... Give me a sec, I can do it. It's like, yeah, let me try.
You try it.
Vaudevillian.
No.
Damn it. What is it?
Vaudevillian, as if it were a vaudevillian distraction.
Vaud. Okay. Vaudevillian. I don't know what that means.
Vaudeville was an old kind of like performance.
Okay. Vaudevillian distraction. I don't know what that is, but anyway, it's fine.
In like the 20s, I think.
Gotcha. And here must I stand, smiling at them. What am I, if not player of some fiendish farce?
Might I suggest it's because you never made it clear what happened? Magnafy's death is still a mystery to this day.
Which is what? Oh.
Which is why I came here to not have my line stolen, but to get the answer from you, Mr. Line Stealer.
At least Zach and Valent have you know,
something in common besides the fact that they were both fucking Thalassa.
yeah. I like to.
I'd be seeing these fucking shits sooner or later.
The audience has no business stepping upon the stage. They must be content to sit and stare at the spotlight.
That sounds an awful lot like something I heard 7 years ago.
Magnafy's death. Honk honk. That's what you will. You'll get nothing from me.
I'm as much a part of this affair as you are now. I have to know what happened.
For 7 long years I have endured. Now, finally, the curtain lifts on my new golden age. All the miracles of our trope within my grasp. True. Yeah, I know. I corrected myself.
Sorry to do that to you, Starburst. But right now, I need answers, not trouts.
Trouts?
I think I'll start by dropping a trout down your trousers. That should shake things up. Valent, I wouldn't be so sure about those miracles. Not as long as I have this. This embarrassing photo of you at the Christmas party.
Zach's confession?
No. You don't need to make a save state here. I know what the right answer is.
What's the right?
I'm surprised you don't. Just go through your evidence.
Transferal of rights? I don't think it's any of this. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
It's not the gun.
I know
it's not the diary.
Yeah.
It's not Professor Layton.
Is it the transferal of rights? Is this it?
Does it not make sense?
I suppose it makes sense. And what might that be? I see it bears the Grammary seal.
I should have brought this to your attention sooner. But I didn't imagine you'd be planning your comeback quite so fast.
What is this?
A document showing the true recipient of the performance rights to Magnafy's miracles.
What? Zach Grammary? He wrote this? What? He passed everything to his daughter?
Trucy and Nigmar. Actually, she's officially my daughter these days.
Preposterous! Zach is gone! Vanished into the void!
This is the genuine article. Zach was alive when he wrote this. Both myself and the notary can testify to this.
Wow! Why does fate toy with me so? Why must my life be lived in thrall to the dead?
You're not the only one with that problem.
But he shot Magnafy! Yes, it was Zach, it was! And then he left, and my career as a witch fell into darkness.
Did you think there might be some way out of it? Say, if you could prove Zach Grammary shot Magnafy? Was that why you testified?
Yes! My way out! It should have been my way out!
I did it my way. Well, it might not be too late, Mr. Valent. All you need is a way to prove your case. Who really killed Magnafy Grammary? If only you had a signed confession. I believe I have the answer to your summoning rituals right here. Zach Grammary wrote one more thing before passing on.
But this is a confession!
in which he admits to the killing of Magnifique Gramarye. See? All according to your plan.
I am a witch by trade. Deception is my life's work. I fool the audience, give them a fleeting dream. Yet it seems the tables have been turned. Now I am the audience, believing the deception I have wrought upon myself.
Zach wrote this right in front of me. After I gave him a big kiss.
Alaka Zoom MG! Unlocked successful.
Unlocked successful.
Magnifique Gramarye.
Magnifique Gramarye.
You do know that this confession is nothing but lies.
Yeah. It's my opinion that Zach Gramarye killed no one.
Then you must
Except for the lawsuit.
Then you must be thinking the truth is a simple matter of elimination. 2 received instructions to kill, but if one is innocent, then the one who remains is guilty.
That would be the logical conclusion, yes.
So he wished to protect me, his partner. Ah ha ha ha! A stirring table. Table? Tail, 'tis true.
Table! Why'd you leave your keys up on the table? Did you shoot Magnifique Gramarye in the forehead?
If I had, and I told you, what would you do? Run to the police, perchance? Ha ha ha! Do as you will. There is nothing left for me now. It is true, after all. I have little talent. I needed my mentor Magnifique's repertoire. It was as if a little demon grabbed hold of me.
I knew it. So Valiant Gramarye did kill the great Magnifique and does such shit as a witch.
Ha ha ha! So sorry, Daddy Phoenix. But it was not I who shot my mentor!
What? But if it wasn't you, and it wasn't Zach, then who was it? The third person in the room? Magnifique himself?
The third person in the room? Like the first case of the game where there was a third person in the room? Anyway.
There wasn't another disciple, was there? Trucy didn't do it, did she?
Thalassa rose from the dead! No. Another disciple, such as...
I don't know. Knack and talent Gramarye, maybe?
Your wild fancies? Shouldn't he say fantasies? Anyway, couldn't be further from the truth.
I fancy he shouldn't.
Only Zach and Valen received those threatening letters. But there was another. One more person could have fired that pistol that night. I don't suppose you figured it out by now.
If it wasn't Zach, and it wasn't Valiant who shot Magnifique, then it had to be the only other person at the scene, which means it was the clown! Wait, you don't mean...
That would be quite the plot twist. That would be quite the plot twist. Yes, the great Magnifique Gramarye himself. Suicide.
So, Magnifique Gramarye committed suicide.
You find it hard to believe.
To be honest, I hadn't even imagined it as a possibility.
When I arrived that night, the old man was still alive. He appeared to be asleep. I could not shoot him. But when I turned and made to leave the room, the old man called out to me.
Valiant, you piece of shit. So you spoke with Magnifique Gramarye?
Yes, and this is why I knew what he had done. Magnifique transferred the rights to his repertoire to my partner, Zach Gramarye, not moi.
I see. Probably because you suck shit. Then I guess I owe you an apology, even though you suck shit. I always thought you were the one who did it.
You owe me no apology.
Because you do suck shit? Huh?
My crime was, in a way, more serious than that of murder.
What? Your crime? Valent Grammary confessing something to me?
Like his
that he
love?
loves me?
Like his love?
Same brain. What could be more serious than murder?
Valent's crime. You see,
Like double bark, you see.
I knew that 2 leathers had been sent. There are no secrets between partners. It was easy to find out. That was when I understood Magnifie's plan.
He wanted to die by one of your hands?
Little did I expect it had anything to do with the rights to his repertoire. That was when I heard it. The little demon whispering inside my heart.
Demon.
Let me confess, I had intended to shoot Magnifie, and I planned on framing my partner for the crime.
What?
That night, I prepared something before going to Magnifie's hospital room.
Which was?
IV fluid, of course. I've seen it.
It's pronounced for fluid.
I seen that on an earlier visit. If Zack did not shoot, I would do the deed. Then I would use the 4 liquid to place the murder on his hands. That was my plan.
But you didn't shoot him.
I could not. The demon in my heart fled when the moment came, but then Magnifie called me back.
Valent, you piece of shit, you suck. I'm sorry, Valent. I am giving my magic to Zack, not you. You still lack the draw he has.
Please.
Please,
Oh.
help him if you can.
I can't.
Help him to pay attention to whose nameplate is on the text box.
I swallowed the lines by. That's just what's happening now. I left the room, and then I stopped. The shock of what I had just been told consumed me. That is when I heard that fateful gunshot.
Magnifie Grammary, unaliving himself.
Then the demon awoke anew within me. Zack killed him. He was the one. Frame him, and the witchcraft will be yours.
I've got the magic.
I altered the
in
scene of his
me.
suicide. I took the pistol from his hand, wiped off the prints. Then I used the syringe to add the 4 liquid I bought.
The piss. So in the end, things happened pretty much as planned. Magnifie died, and you framed Zack for his murder.
As planned, indeed. Of course, the outcome was somewhat different than I had anticipated. Well, what do you think? Do you believe my story? Can it be believed truly?
That was 7 years ago. I don't care anymore. I don't know what to believe, but
Yes?
I'm glad I heard it from you, Valent. Thank you.
It is I who should be thanking you, Daddy Phoenix. Only when I had lost everything could I make my decision.
You're going to turn yourself in?
My partner may have vanished, but not so my guilt. And as my guilt says, as all else begins to leave me. My friends, my performance rights, my witchcraft. I've had enough of vanishing acts.
I understand.
I thought my life was ruled by a dead man. But I find I was wrong. For Zack Grammary was alive.
Not anymore.
And now it occurs to me, what if he was not the only one who had survived?
What, are you talking about, like, zombie Magnifie?
You see, now that I think about it, I realize that we never saw proof of her demise. We never saw her body.
Her?
The mind races and the mouth flaps on. My apologies. Forget this matter. I can only hope that a day will come when I again meet my partner, Zack Grammary. Then I shall apologize for my terrible mistake. I am glad we had the chance.
Well, if you want to go meet him in hell, I've still got this pistol here in my inventory.
I am glad we had this chance to talk. Merci beaucoup.
Murky Bocopes. Zack Grammary, Shoddy Smith, Whichever name you prefer, he's burning in hell. Truth revealed in that trial was only a silver. And the impenetrable platinum that remained has taken another life. I knew what I'd have to do to push back the darkness for good. And it was paying that man a visit.
That man, meaning Kristoff the fucktard.
Why is he a fucktard? Are
Sorry,
you calling him a
sir.
delicious pastry?
Sorry, sir. Prisoner Kristoff Gavin is currently occupied.
I see. He's getting dick down in the showers. Do you know when the guy fucking him will finish?
Well,
Could you go find out?
certainly, sir. Please wait here a moment.
My apologies to the guard. But there's something I need to see. Kristoff's dick.
Kristoff's dick.
There it is. The yellow envelope. And the sender is Drew Misham. I was right! When I arrived at the studio, Mr. Misham was at his desk. He seemed to be writing a letter, but he quickly sealed the envelope. It was a yellow envelope. I heard it was left at the crime scene. If this is the last letter that Drew Misham wrote, then there's something I need to do.
Give it to Apollo Justice.
The last thing I need to do, in fact. And then I will have to go. My planet will need me. Here goes! Let's see if this atroconine spray finds anything. So this was Drew Misham's messenger of death. It was this stamp, all right. No mistaking it. And his last letter was sent to Kristoff fucking Gavin.
The interview request came, like you said it would, and they're looking into the case. The case? I swear on my life, I won't tell them about you, so please release the spell you put on my daughter. I'll write later with a report through Misham.
Gotcha.
Gotcha!
Letter from Mario added to the court record. Fine. Decisive evidence. What's this? A burglar? In jail? Gavin. I didn't know you moonlighted in larceny, right? Gavin, there's something I have to ask you. How many dicks can I take at once? The answer is 10. My apologies, but there's not much else I care to discuss. Vera Misham hasn't received her verdict yet. You follow me, Gavin? There are no known survivors of atroconine poisoning. But it never hurts to hope. Okay, I'll be leaving now then. Right? Wait. Yeah, Gavin? Would you mind leaving that letter? It's private. Oh, sorry. Forgot I had it. Oh! Many thanks.
Oh.
Hacker Man.
Okay.
We've now seen all the clues in the case. Clues I gathered over 7 long years. Now it is time for Link to emerge from the Temple of Time. Every story has an ending. We've come to the final chapter, the final trial. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Find the truth. You're the only ones who can.
Do you remember how much is left of this game? Like, should I finish it tonight, or should I wait till next stream? Do you think there is
You can.
enough?
You absolutely will not finish it tonight.
Okay, so there is at least an hour
The-
left.
There is an entire final chapter.
Okay.
This is the end of the current case. Like you had the previous case which was like from meeting Vera to Vera falling on the ground, and then there was this case which was entirely flashbacks, and then there's the next case which is wrapping up Vera in the present.
Okay, so you're saying, though, there is, like, at least an hour left. I'm just verifying that there's definitely...
There's probably at least 3 streams left.
Okay.
You know how these final cases in Ace Attorney go on.
I'll just end it here there, then. Oh. So that will be it for tonight, Twitch crowd. You can catch me again with this on Friday. You can catch me again... No, you can catch us tomorrow on Mikey's channel, twitch.tv/Mikeybuster for well, I know what game we're streaming. Should I spoil it or leave a surprise?
No. Join in tomorrow for the mystery game.
Ooh. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for joining. Love you all. Bye.